Hi everyone, we're back with another art journal page. As you can see, my child's hand was next to me. I was staying home taking care of him this day. I saved this Shutterfly ad a couple months ago while I was in school, and my wife kept yelling at me, "Why do you have this ad? Why do you have this ad?" And I said, "Because it's my new art journal." And so finally I decided to make an art journal with it. So I am using masking tape to secure the binding because it's just stapled, since it's just essentially a flyer. So just going through and adding masking tape, and I'm using, this is a Fisker's tearing ruler, and you just push down on the ruler and tear the paper back, and it gives you a really cool decal design. And that was a friend from my dear friend. So it had this little like center section with all these like smaller pages, so I cut them down even smaller, so there's like a little art journal inside an art journal. And yeah, so turn junk into mail. So this will be kind of a mini series, I guess. It's not like my ABCs of art journaling where it's got a theme or anything, but this will be my new art journal that I'll be working in for a while. I've already got 2 pages done in it. This first one is going to be very vintage. I got a pack of paper placemats from the same friend who gave me the tearing ruler. She is fan-freaking-tastic, and she gave me a whole bunch of stuff. So whenever I say, "Oh, this I came from a friend, this came from a friend, this all came from the same friend." So just Mod Podging this paper placemat down, and it's doing 2 things. It's giving the book some more structure, so it's a little bit sturdier, and it's also giving me a cool background. So I trimmed off the edges and made sure all the sides were down, and just throwing some gesso on with a brush. And then I'm using, I have these really old nasty washcloths that I use for my acrylic paint, and it's got a really high nap on it. It's like kind of like a bar mop towel, and so I use that high nap to just pounce to give it some texture into the gesso. So yeah, doing that. And I'm pretty sure that the washer will go off eventually, because I told you whenever I'm doing videos, I'm doing laundry. Okay, so this is just a little palette. That's some unbleached titanium, and this is some old gold. The first one is a Liquitex Basics, and the old gold is Artist Law. And I'm just smearing them around the edges, just trying to blend this paper into the background a little bit. The palette I made at a local pottery store. They had the palette made already, and I just painted it all up. That's what crafty couples do on date nights, FYI. I made another plate, and it was really cute, and even the lady who made it, she's like, "I've never seen anyone make something like this," and it was so cute, and my wife broke it.
I did not.
Oh, see, I knew I'd get her attention there. She did not break it. We had it sitting up on a shelf, and we had all the windows open because it was a beautiful day, like one of the 3 that we have a year. And yeah, it's really windy in Vegas, if you didn't know that. This is drywall tape, by the way. I'm just sticking down. Yeah, so it fell down and broke. And for drywall tape, I don't know if you know this, but drywall tape is really hard to find the end because it sticks to itself. So either fold the end of your drywall tape onto itself before you stick it down, so that way you can find it again, or really easily. Or I just keep like a little snipped piece, and I tuck it in there so that when I close it, yes, snip it, thank you. So when I close it, it shows me where the end is. So I'm just using some old gold, rubbing it over some of the drywall tape and around the edges. And this is a stencil I got from a friend. You know the one at this point. It was like Christmas when I saw her. She just gave me, and it was all wrapped. Oh my god, all wrapped in craft paper. She's like, "I figure you're the only person I know that could use this craft paper and make something out of it." And she's right, I will. You watch. So when I sat down, I was like, "Oh, I have to use this giant bag of goodies I got from this friend. So, yeah, I'm just using this kind of damask gothic. I don't know what kind of design you'd want to call that, but it kind of mimics that design in the background. I'm going to call it a damask. That's what I'm going to call it. And if it's wrong, oh well. Well, this isn't art school. You know, if I tell you something wrong and you're like, "Oh my God, that's wrong," you didn't pay for this. No refunds, no exchanges. So, yeah, just correct me. So, I just added just a little detailing over there to the right. I didn't want to do it across the whole spread. Just because I just wanted to. Okay, I had to pause and cut out drawing footage for you. You're welcome. So, yeah, I started narrating and then stopped. So, this is a bag of vintage photos that I got from my friend. I told you, this girl is a friend to the end. So, this is the one that I made the letters for. So, she's my alibi. If you watched that video of mine, the mixed media initials. So I'm just trying to figure out which picture I want to use on this page. I liked this photo of this guy in like a white suit or a tux. So let's see. This, oh my gosh, this she gave me a stack of checks, probably like 4 or 5 of them. And this check is from the 1950s. One of the oldest ones that I got from her is from 1938, which is the year my grandmother was born. So that meant a lot to me because I'm a big grandmama's boy. So and that tan thing I just threw in the center, that's old train ticket stubs, like train check, baggage check things. So like one was supposed to go for the train conductor, whoever, whatever person. One went to the passenger. So it was really, really cool tickets. So I have a whole bunch of those. And then these 7 gypsy things. Pretty much every single thing on this layout, other than the paint, came from my friend. So, yeah. So this card was a pack of cards that are Espanol. So I liked this guy because he was sassy. He had a little sassy stance. So, did you just laugh at me because I said sassy stance? You did not. Oh, well, you should have. Yep, you're bad. Thank you for owning up to your mistake. So, yeah, I'm just trying to grunge this up. So I just put some paint on it, that unbleached titanium, and bent the corner and sanding some of the stuff back and trying to do some really rough areas because these playing cards are coated. So wanted it to expose the fibers so I could actually distress ink. Now, distress ink old photo is old paper is a great color. However, when you re-ink it, it comes out green. I have the re-inker for old photo. I have, I think, 2 bottles of old photo re-inker, and they're green. Like, if you put it in a spray bottle with water, it's green. So if you saw it was green, so I didn't like it. So I went over it with gathered twigs, which is a good dark brown. And I'm just going around all of this stuff with brown. And on these train tickets, I'm just using up some of that paint that I have left on my palette over there. Just tapping it here and there, just to grunge it up, make the text fade in and out a little bit. There's the laundry. You knew it'd be there. We just got the dryer fixed today, so yeah, let's hope it works. Jenga, switch to laundry. So I am now coloring up these checks. And what's really cool about these checks is that apparently in the good old days, like 60 years ago, when they would cash them, they would use this like hole punch system that would put the date in it. So right in the middle of the check, there's all these holes in it, and you can read the date that it was cashed. It's really cool. So I'm just inking everything up with the gathered twigs. This is a 7 Gypsies Who's It, and I sprayed it with water and trying to find out where I'm going to put it, and I like it there, and then I don't like it there, and then I want it there, and then I don't want it there. Stamping the date, and I made this on the 23rd. The second art journal page after this in this book is actually dated prior to, because the event that I journaled about actually happened on a prior date. So anyway, my stuff's all out of date order. You know, I don't adhere to that whole chronological thing that the rest of the world deals with. So I really like this playing card, but I just wasn't feeling it for this page. So I keep trying to get it to work, and I'm like, I end up throwing it off. I still have it. I'll use it on something. So I'm pulling up one of the staples because I decided I want to tuck in one of these tickets. So what are the train tickets? And I'm just trying to determine how I want to cluster all of this. And now I'm texting my friend and telling her that I'm talking about her in the newest video. Guaranteed she will send me a response with a little face with like bulging eyes. I'll let you know. Hopefully she responds before the video's over. I've got some time, so it's like I said, just inking everything up and inking everything up. This is pretty much the final placement of the ephemera. I'm using Fabri-Tac. It's nice and permanent. So I'm just doing it piece by piece. Whenever I have really, really old ephemera like this that I'm using, I like to only glue it down in certain spots so you can still see if there's something written on the back. Like that check had, I think, a signature on the back of it. And the photo is bent, and it had the date on it on the top, so I didn't glue the top, so I can still fold down the photo. So I like doing that so you can still preserve the memory of what it was in the back. Because it's so sad to me that these photos, you know, someone sold them. I mean, this photo is from 1961, I think, which is the year my mom was born. So it's like, why did someone not want his picture anymore? Was he a mean guy? Was he not nice? Did his whole family die? Let's see. June 1961. Yeah, so that was the month before my mom was born. So see? That's just crazy to me that in 50 years someone either forgot about him or stopped caring about him. It's sad. So I'm inking around all the edges, just grunging it all up, making that gold look a little bit older. As you can see, I kind of tucked that photo behind the tickets down below, so that way I can still lift it up and look at it. These are my Little Yellow Bicycle brand canvas stickers. Thank you to one of my subscribers for telling me. I finally found the package. I'm so bad with packaging. I just don't care a lot of times. I just like what I like. So thank you very much for telling me. You were right. These are Little Yellow Bicycle. And they're canvas letters. I went really hard on the inking so that way it frayed the edges a little bit, because they are actual canvas that's been die cut. So it's very, very loose. So it looks all frayed and cool. So it's going to spell out Vintage Beauty. I'm using Aleene's tacky glue to glue this down. It's my hairy arm in the way. Sorry about that. And I'm just using some Martha Stewart tweezers just to help me position them. She's not responding. Oh, she hasn't read it yet. She's off doing something else. Jennifer's got smart comments. I can't relay them though. Okay, so yeah, sorry. I don't know why this is so long. I thought I sped it up a lot faster than I did. Because that would have been nice. Because this is boring. But do you see what I did there with the gluing of the letters? That's a tried and true technique where you put glue on something and then stick it down. So, you know what? Take this as a... I'm sorry. I'm going to have to hurt my wife. Did you say something? No, you didn't. I didn't think so. So she said, "I'm glad I'm not paying for this." So, and she said it just like that too. So you didn't see, but I used some sepia ink and just did some splatters randomly. And now I'm just doing some journaling, talking about kind of where I got some of the products and who I got them from. And I did very sketchy journaling, like the pen kind of fades in and out. So, yeah. My wife's grunting in the background. So, yeah, that's pretty much the whole page. It's vintage and cool, and now will forever and always remind me of my friend. I made something out of stuff that she gave me. Sorry, this photo right here is a little bit blurry. It was so windy I was having a hard time getting good pictures, but there you go. It was a good page. Alright, I will see you all soon. Bye.